give you a quick rundown of the mods I'm using because I've had a bit of a disappointing experience with Apex. I don't like it. It's fun to play, but there are way too many cheaters in that game. Now that the Season 1 has finished and the Battle Pass related stuff is over, I don't even need to play it. And I won't be buying a second one. So, back to the Fallout 4 talk. This enables the console during survival, obviously. This allows me to equip proper armor on top of the Morgan spacesuit. The only exception is helmet. That you can't equip any kind of helmet while wearing the spacesuit. It's one or the other. An official Fallout 4 patch is supposed to fix bugs of all kinds, or input. It's not really going to mean anything to you unless you're trying to preserve your Twitch memory or your muscle memory. If you're trying to do something like that, or if you have played a lot of first-person shooters, then you definitely want to install this. That's all I'm going to say. If you don't understand what I'm getting at already, then this mod is not for you. Scrap That Misc allows you to scrap books and folders and some other things. Vehicle Salvage allows you to pull some junk out of the few and rare, almost completely undamaged vehicles that lie around the Fallout world. You can only salvage them once. Survival options I'll show you once I'm in game, same with bullet time. Mobile Mechanic is a bench that you can carry around. Scaver's Toolbox is a little toolbox you can carry around to salvage stuff. I've already removed the handmade shotgun, so the only other add-on I should have installed, Creation Club item I should have installed, should be Morgan spacesuit. This is actually a bit of a test too, just to see I guess how my own internet connection handles uploading at 1080p in 60 FPS, because I don't normally do that. That's better. Okay, now on to options here. That should be correct. Whoop. Why not?
Enjoy your return to the surface, and thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
Now, the biggest reason why people are going to be distrustful or not like this game is because they've heard a lot of negative stuff about it. There's a lot of negative press, you know. It's from Bethesda, which for starters is a big red flag for anybody who has a serious attitude to gaming, especially since 2019 with the loot bag, sorry, the pre-ordered bag controversy. This is nothing new for Bethesda. They have never really given people what they were promised, such as how they earned their reputation and the nickname of Bugthesda, is because they try and sell a completed product, and it plainly and simply is not a completed product. There's no polite way of putting this. Bethesda have been con artists since Fallout 1. They have always had very stupid ideas, like going to a doctor will apparently not uncripple you if you cripple a limb. That's been true since Fallout 1 and has only been fixed recently in Fallout 4, I think, maybe Fallout 3 as well. I only played number 3 briefly, so I couldn't tell you. But in number 1, you had... in number 1, for some reason, to remove or to stop the status effect of a limb being crippled, you actually had to go to a... You couldn't just go to a doctor. A doctor would just restore your health. You had to actually use your personal talent, knowledge, and skill as a doctor. So you had this skill called the doctor skill. No, it wasn't called the doctor skill. It was a skill called doctor. You know, it showed up in your list of skills as doctor. So you would have to use that on yourself to cure crippled limbs. And that was the only way you could do it. It was shameful. It was disgusting. It's like, this is the kind of mental gymnastics that makes people batshit insane because they get a real funny and weird understanding of what reality is supposed to be like. You just don't do that to people.
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself? You want to come with me, pal? Okay, then. Let's stick together. Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by
I'm gonna
yourself?
leave this mutt here because honestly, I hate this fucking dog.
You lose your owner, buddy?
Alright, for some reason, it is not pulling up the same dialogue as it should do, and why are you running around like a Mad Hatter? Stop it.
How you doing, buddy? Going home now.
Alright, there we go. Apparently I have not discovered Sanctuary Hills yet, even though I just literally ran through the fucking middle of it. Because I can't send dog meat there. So that's probably the third bug you've seen already. Fourth one is right here. This vehicle is practically undamaged and I cannot salvage it. Oh, nuclear material. That's actually rare. Hubcap. That gives me some aluminium. That is actually the biggest reason why I installed this mod, was because I got a little sick of cars not giving me aluminium, and they obviously have a fucking shitload of it left still in terms of their hubcaps and other stuff. Now if you haven't played this game before, that subway ticket, you're gonna need it. If you ever want to go to a subway without having the Patractrons murder the crap out of you, you want that. Huh. Really? 5 515F 5158F. That's correct. What the hell's going on here? 1400, eh? Okay. So I've got caps, got weapons. that will have to do for now, I guess. I'm a bit of a pack rat. I tend to pack rat stuff. Alright, now let's go to the weapon bench. The reason why I'm skipping Sanctuary and I'm just kind of going straight out is because I actually don't want to get experience. I am doing a run which is supposed to be the least amount of experience. Get off. So, got a nut here. Okay. 10mm, and then this one, combat rifle. Then I want this one to say my second one. That should do for now. I'm gonna get rid of that, and that, and that, because I can. The calibrated powerful, I want the long light barrel, the full stock, large magazine. Ah, damn it, I want the long scope. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I'll get the medium scope for now. Suppressor. Alright, can't get that yet. I just want a short scope on that, and a muzzle brake. Calibrated power. Ooh! How many rounds of this do I have? 8. Okay. And I got 9 of the 45. Cycle dot. Suppressor. That will do. Okay, so now it's time to give you a quick look at the Scaver's toolbox. Just going to make one here. Takes 1 steel, makes 1 experience. And the idea is, you're supposed to just be able to drop it. Just having a quick look there at the Drifter's outfit. Right, got my purified water, got my antibiotics, got Stimpaks, potatoes. Awesome. Scaver's toolbox I can drop here. Here we are. This one's going to work. Now and then you will craft this and you will try to drop it and it will just float around in the middle of the air about waist height. If that happens, just make a second one and see if it works then, because generally it does. As you can see here, it just stores all the stuff that you've got all picked up. And I still have to go through and manually remove the cigarette box, cigarette cartons. I have to remove the empty bottles that I want to fill up in survival with some purified water. Like those. I mean, I don't have to, I'm just in the habit of doing this for because I did not have purified water in my bat file earlier. Okay, so that should do. And then if I go scrap junk, it disappears because I picked it up. And if I go into junk, you can see that only the stuff I took back out of it has been kept. All the rest of it has been scrapped, as I told it to. So now I am ready to head off into Concord and start off the main quest line. But first, I should show you survival options. At the time of making this video, not all of these work. For example, you can turn off diseases and you can turn the immunodeficiency buff off, but any effects that you already have on you are still going to persist, so it doesn't clear out existing effects. What was the other one? Save options. You can give yourself some items which are going to allow you to save, which is great considering all the bugs in this game. But as far as bullet time goes, for example, you're basically out of luck there because it doesn't work. As you can hear, I'm having 5. It doesn't work when you're aiming down the sight. It works when you're not aiming down the sight. You can't even disable it while you're aiming down the sight, so if you intend to use it, you definitely want to select it before you go trying to rely on it, and it chews up one of your weapon slots. As you can see here, I have to press Q and press a number. At the moment it's 5. Normally it's 3, but I kept pressing it when I was trying to pull my combat rifle out, because I use my combat rifle a lot, and it's normally in slot 3. So the laser musket I use a hell of a lot more rarely, and that's normally in slot 5, so now it's on slot 5. And as you can see, that not only took less action points than using VATS normally, but I actually killed my target. I eliminated all chance of randomness, which is it's a pretty big deal actually. It is definitely something you want. For previous playthroughs, I have been getting the damage related perks that I don't normally get, like Gunslinger and Rifleman, so I just wanted to try playing a run with all these potential boosts, and nothing out of the ordinary in terms of weapon choices, because it would seem that you can actually have a pretty easy time of things if you have overpowered weapons. And that's not the point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make was that You need an unfair advantage to even play this game. On an even playing field when it comes to certain quests. Like, pretty much what I'm trying to say is, the point I'm making is the game tries to ramp up difficulty right up until the point where it is impossible for you to do the main storyline and you're expected to go on side quests just to survive. And I don't particularly agree with
I
that.
can pick this.
I don't think that is what should be happening, so I thought you might like to see exactly how much of a power balance in difference we're talking about here, because
Hey, up here, on the balcony.
it's not like we're just
Got
talking
3
about
members inside. The raiders are almost through the door.
shut
Grab that laser musket and help us, please.
shut up, Preston. I'm not just talking about a little bit of a difference here. We're talking about essentially the AI starts, the AI that controls the non-character players, like the Minutemen, Raiders, etc. If you're not careful, they start cheating. And that's what I wanted to show you. A single player game should never have to resort to cheating just so it stays difficult. And yet somewhere along the line, apparently this has become acceptable behaviour. And I'm not happy with it. It's not right. You. There we go. There's one example.
Sweet.
Breaking a bobby pin on fucking nothing.
Where the little bitch?
Why not? Look at this.
Got it.
Two of them snapped pretty much immediately on 2 sequential locks, just because I'm not supposed to be level 4 while I'm doing this. And it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. That one has been looted. Okay.
I'm telling you, man, let's just get the hell out of here. We got no reason to hang around and get shot. Stop being such a fucking pansy. We hold out for the others like we're supposed to.
Shotgun shells. Hee 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 hee. Alright, what else do I want? I definitely don't need Scrounger. I thought I did, but after removing the handmade shotgun mod and stopped getting so much shotgun ammo, I started to realize that I definitely do not need
I'm coming in there, and I'm gonna skin every last one of you. Come on, man. They ain't going nowhere. They
Scrounger.
got other shit to deal with. You hear that? I gotta go take a little walk, but I'll be back. Oh, God, no,
Those guys always see you, or they always hear you at least. That's nothing unusual. So if you don't manage to sneak up on them, don't take it personal.
There we go.
It's just the way the game's programmed.
There we go.
Timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
damn it.
You, I have my own.
Yeah,
That's my business.
all right, fine.
It's a cruel world.
You think I don't know?
Minutemen. Jesus.
that ain't it.
Better.
Start.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
This is crazy.
just
Right? It's a suicide mission.
look.
The answer's no.
Blah, blah, blah. Something coming. And it's
Blah, blah, blah. I actually did this quest half expecting that I would have to do it just to complete the storyline. But I seem to have forgotten that I could potentially go straight to Diamond City. So I'm actually a little bit behind in the main storyline already. Just wanted to make that clear before I go murdering a Deathclaw.
Boss, we got somebody up here.
You don't say so, Preston.
You and my boys have a little talk. Come on, I've got places.
Alright.
Okay?
Something's out there.
What? Still distracted for a second there because I'm wondering why in the hell aren't these sneak attack bonus double damage shots?
What are you, crazy?
Okay, apparently they are double damage sneak attack shots.
Something's out there.
Sure.
Okay, now it is time to equip the minigun. And save. Because this fucker does not play nice. You fucking kidding me? What the hell is going on there? And as you can see, it's a skull level enemy. It is definitely not an easy target. I have come across a bug where Preston seems to be able to knock the thing down when he shoots it, even though he does not have sniper. I'll just show you quickly. Preston does not have sniper, and he definitely does not have sniper rank 2 because he's not level 13 or more. And even if he did, it's not a chance. It's not a guaranteed thing that the Deathclaw is going to get knocked down. So now and then you will come across this bug where Preston seems to knock the thing down every single time he shoots it. Preston fires maybe once every 5 seconds, knocks it down for 3 seconds, so by the time you even it out, it's about half of the time it's alive that it's knocked down as long as Preston is firing at it. That's just one bug. The other bug, as you just saw, is it runs around like a 6-year-old retard because, I don't know, pathing or something bugs out.
Fine, Preston. Quit fussing.
That was a pretty amazing.
Stop kidding yourself. You're nothing to me.
You know, you talk like a.
I didn't do it for the money.
Hey, you know, you remind me.
She's supposed to be a bitch.
The other
How
night-
did she not do it for the money?
I got my own problems. Well, don't give me that destiny. It's bullshit. You're trying to play. You've told me nothing. It's all just. Look,
No, Mama Murphy, we talked about this.
Alright, off we go. Time to get to Diamond City. Find me some Nick Valentine. First I'm going to get the hell out of this power armor, because most people do not have enough power cores to get themselves all the way over to Diamond City and then to go rescue Nick Valentine, so I am not going to use it either. Duck upstairs here for a quick save.
yes.
Okay, that's a rare encounter. Normally there is not a dead red scorpion there. Get up the hill, you bastard. There we go. Now, just for the record, there is actually a fusion core in that building right there. Am I going to go for it? No, because I don't need it. Do I care about it being in there? No, not particularly. I don't often use power armor as it is because it just makes the thing too easy. Makes games too easy. This bugs me though. This is another one of those obviously barely damaged cars, and apparently I can't loot it. And that is probably a mistake with the mod creator, but you never know. Bethesda creates so many bugs as it is, you can never be sure. Hmm. Right. Short controlled bursts, people. Don't forget that. Should always be short controlled bursts. Surprise, surprise. Apparently I actually survived that. Which is not right. This game is seriously messed up sometimes. Try outranging him with a freaking hunting rifle, like a sniper rifle, you know. That's generally considered the smartest thing to do. One shot, one kill, move, reposition so they don't know where you're coming from. Go back, one shot, one kill, move, reposition, one shot, one kill. But no, apparently, that's wrong. Apparently, the correct answer is go in, guns blazing.
Lock's really strong.
Apparently, a minigun is always the answer. That's Bethesda for you, ladies and gentlemen. That is the best logic on the planet. Apparently. Why have I got a T-45 left arm? Unless it's the broken one.
That's how it's done, boys.
Okay. So now might be a good idea for me to start putting points into riflemen. And I am what? Level 5? So I'm 2 levels off for having 2 points into riflemen, I think. If it wasn't rifleman, then it's commando? Gunslinger. Gunslinger it is. Rifleman's level 9. Okay. Moving right along. Goose? That's goose. You know what? I just remembered. I actually installed the double barrel shotgun, the handmade shotgun, to make the game more difficult in combat. Because otherwise I get something like 600 rounds of 45 caliber ammunition while rescuing Nick Valentine. And that seriously makes the game too easy. Like if I'm not even worrying about how much ammo I've got, it's not even a game. It's like a friggin' combat simulator because you're guaranteed to win. It drives me insane. I know I'm not supposed to be killing those, but I did because I want the circuitry. Because from memory, circuitry is the one thing I do not have in my script. I know, 206. Bone. Bone is it? That's alright. Don't really need bone anyway. Now at the back there is a ladder. Sorry, set of stairs. Get the stairs, go up to the roof. Go in there, you got a bed and, not a bed, sorry, a sleeping bag. And up there, you can probably see it from here, is a hardened sniper rifle. See? So when you're playing the game in a legitimate fashion, you may want to keep that in mind. That's right. I left already. Alright, I am gonna... Nah, bugger it, I won't even take over Hangman's Alley. I'll find a bed somewhere else. I'll get one in friggin' the subway, whatever the name of it is. And I will leave the Diamond City guards here to kill super mutants by themselves. I'm just gonna head straight on to doing the main quest. Because that's what I said I'd do.
What do you mean you can't open the gate? Stop playing around, Danny. I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out. Open up. You want into Diamond City, right?
I just got here, but yeah. Uh-huh.
You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. No need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Another great day.
Piper, who let you back inside?
Nothing to see
I
here.
told Sullivan to keep
So,
that gate shut.
You're that...
You devious, rabble
I wasn't
rousing
lying.
Is that right?
The
No
level
bull?
of dishonesty
Here you
in
go.
that paper of
Hey.
yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
I'm trying to...
Is that so?
My baby's been kidnapped.
Oh, look,
I just need a little information.
I'm
Come on, give it up. Ah, you son of a
Why
bitch.
don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the
Sure. Always believed.
Oh, welcome. Don't let...
I'm sure your city's a great...
No.
I'm trying to find some...
Trying to find some?
My baby boy, Sean.
Wait,
Uh-huh.
you hear that, McDonough? Is Diamond City...
Don't listen to her. Well, Diamond City has...
A mayor of a great city.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't have time for...
This is ridiculous.
I've had enough of this, Piper.
I got 6 fucking charisma. 6 charisma.
On note.
Yeah,
How in the fuck am I losing a speech check to a level 5 mob when I'm level 5 with 6 charisma? This should be like an instant automatic victory. Instead, I have to do the stupid roll. People are like, oh, Dungeons and Dragons is great because of that. It uses Dungeons and Dragons rules, blah blah blah, D&D, blah D&D, blah D&D, blah blah blah, D&D, D&D, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, D&D, D&D. It's like, honestly, I don't give a shit. This is not Dungeons and Dragons. This is Fallout. Different games should use different mechanics.
Sometimes you gotta wonder, does anyone question?
Told you your luck wouldn't last forever. His tie.
Something wrong?
Another stray coming in from the rain. Afraid you're too late. Office is closed.
I know you must be busy, but I won't...
You're right. I'm sorry.
Don't worry. I can...
There's
Hey, I'd love to help.
money, huh?
Come on. This is... Hey, I'd love to help. I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank Nick.
There's a pizza Japanese. What else am I supposed to have? Local leader, science, lone wanderer. All sorts of stuff I could be using. Lone wanderer normally I have instead of rifleman because, you know, rifleman is for one kind of gun, whereas lone wanderer is always there, and it allows me to it allows me to carry another couple of guns.
Put the gun down now. He's a Sith.
Nobody cares. Shut up. Just going to put this out there right now. If you are trying to do a similar kind of run and you want to have the least amount of experience as humanly possible before you get to Nick Valentine, then you don't want to be going any other way. If you go the other way by the scrapyard, then you get the dogs. And you get God knows what other problems. If you go down there, you get feral dogs. Actually, that might be the best way to maintain the least experience. Because back there, be raiders. Them's be raiders. And I don't want to go on the other side of that because that's where the what you call them, ghouls are. Don't want to go along the foreshore along there because there's dogs and raiders. Long story short, this is one pain in the ass. Kill me some feral dogs. Dodge me some raiders. To the left. I don't care. I don't care if I'm overtired from lack of sleep. Seriously. This is a speed run. Oh, just a quick heads up, by the way. This is actually geographically the quickest way to get to Nick Valentine and to Good Neighbor. Although obviously not down that side alley because there is no fucking alley there. He's just due east of Diamond City, and this is the path that takes you due east of Diamond City. So now from here I go to Park Street Station because that's where Nick is. If you're going to follow the railroad trail, well then there's your option to follow that right there. There's a couple of super mutants that I'm just going to ignore because I don't want the experience. And let's go. Ooh, bobby pins. Yes, please. Park Street Station. Alright.
I'm telling you, joining Skinny Malone's crew was the best decision we've ever made. Look at this place.
I still say Malone's weak. We caught...
Hmm.
That detective snooping around, and what does he do? Locks him up. Like he ain't got the balls to just kill him.
Well, don't let his new girl hear that. She'll start swinging that bat of hers at your face until there ain't no face left. What?
You asked him shit!
Acceleration. That's what it is. It's fucking mouse excel. Steel series have inbuilt fucking mouse excel. Even though I told them to turn it off.
We caught that detective snooping around, and what does he do? Locks him up. Like he ain't got the balls to just kill him.
Well, don't let his new girl hear that. She'll start swinging that bat of hers at your face until there ain't no face left.
Oh shit. Have I proved my point yet? Have I proved yet that
Still say Malone's weak. We caught that detective snooping around, and what does he do? Locks him up.
the game doesn't just
Ain't got
bug
the
out?
balls to just kill him.
Well, don't let his new girl hear that. She'll start swinging that bat of hers at your face until there ain't no face left.
I think I've proved my point.
Don't think I can pick this.
Where'd that come from?
That did not kill him. What the hell? I am not used to that. Okay. Let's see how this goes now. Because I'm actually quite happy with the results of that. That is basically what I expected. Oh, excuse me. I seem to have developed gas. The point I was actually trying to say was that that was the kind of outcome that I hoped for. Look at this. I've already got 328 rounds of 45 caliber ammunition. I'm not used to that.
Who's there?
You see that? For some reason there's pixelation around the end of the muzzle where the silencer is. And there shouldn't be.
Why is that thing so loud? Hello? That you, Skinny? What the fuck?
Haven't I got like the best fucking receiver on this except for a 308? And I'm getting a sneak attack, and still somehow this asshole is still alive? I don't kill him in one hit? It ain't fucking right. Now I'm up to 341 rounds of 45 caliber ammunition. Great!
So I got a question.
Maybe I should have put
anyone build a vault out of a
automatic
subway
receivers
This place...
into this batch file that I have. Not batch file, it's not a batch file. I keep thinking of it as a batch file because I'm used to modifying or setting up such things in Windows 98 and 2000. Because there's not Windows 2000, there's Windows 7. And inside of Windows 7 there is a game. It is not the same thing. You sneaky son of a bitch.
Fraidy cat.
Alright, I'm gonna put a point in Rifleman now.
Shit, where'd that come from?
How? Oh. Ow. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Wait, what? I've saved since this point, haven't I? on. Ah. Oh, that was so fucking close.
What the?
Shit. That was a mistake. So much for anti-aliasing and anisotropic filtering. Notice how it's the same loot even though I didn't actually enter this area? I didn't go there, come back, save, then die. I went in, died,
So I got a question.
went out of the loot determination zone and came back in after I died. And yet somehow I'm getting the exact same loot as the last time I went in here. And that's not supposed to be how it works. Loot is supposed to be determined when you enter the cell. That is where the phrase save scumming came from, because it is very easy to simply die or load a quick save, re-enter the cell, and generate different loot when you do so. That does not seem to be the case for me. And I am not sure that I like that, because that would mean that I am playing a different game to everybody else. But in opinion, it is literally something Bethesda themselves have confirmed or denied, is that loot should be determined when you enter a cell. Never before. Even if you have a save game from an earlier time that you load before you enter the cell, and then proceed to load that save game and load a save game from before you entered the cell and be in a state in which you had never entered the cell, then go back into it after, you know, in that state. It's the same as if you had gone into it the first time, and it should generate a loot table. But that is not what's happening here. I'm getting the exact same loot, even if I do load a previous save and go into a new cell. Sorry if it seems like I'm rambling there, it's just a friggin' difficult concept to explain on the fly. I haven't really had to do it before because I've never fucking seen this before! I had a Fallout 4 update at like 2:06 in the morning a couple of days ago. And now all of a sudden it looks like they have changed actual game mechanics without releasing any kind of patch log, which I'm sure is actually illegal. Hence the obedience for releasing patch notes, because it's fucking illegal to release an update without patch notes.
Hey, you! I don't know who you are, but we got...
No, I don't want to take a number.
Yes.
I love the irony of the reverse damsel in distress scenario. Question is, why did our heroine risk life and limb for an...
My baby's missing.
Missing? Anyway.
Okay. That's Nick Valentine.
Muscled out of the old neighborhood by bigger players.
Oh, there we are. Thought I was forgetting something. What I was forgetting is that there's more than two...
Empty vault. Perfect hideout. Hard and loud.
There's more than two interview tapes.
Hell? It's gonna blow, you mugs!
Oh. Come on, Nick. Cleared the area, Nick. What are you waiting for? Get a move on. Stinking bucket of bolts. I mean, I like him and all, but hurry up.
This door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can get it open. Almost got it. There we are. Hell of a lot easier to do when the lock isn't on the other side.
Yeah, I bet.
What? Who's there?
Yo, mama.
Huh?
Bingo.
Seriously? They cripple me and cause me to halt? Or stop, or flinch, or pause, or something? When they hit me?
Muscled out of the old neighborhood by bigger players.
But it doesn't count when I do the same to them. Oh, look at all that blood. It's almost like watching Pinhead again. Almost.
Nick.
Let's keep moving. We'll talk once we're out.
What time is it? Time for bed.
We need the key.
This door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can get it open. Almost. There we are. That's a lot easier to do when the lock isn't on the other side.
Green stuff. It's green stuff. Where the hell's my rifleman perk?
Hey! Nothing over here. What was that? Must be losing my mind. Huh?
No, you're not losing your mind. You're losing your life.
What? Take a look.
Why am I seeing people on my radar when I'm okay, and all of a sudden it's gone. Bunka bunka bunka, we don't wanna leave the conga one. No 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 no. Do 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 do. Think back to go do do. Radio has. I'm going to see the screen, see how things go.